Renuka Methil is the managing editor of the award-winning Forbes Women Africa and Forbes Africa titles. She took on editorship of Forbes Women Africa in February 2014 and the Forbes Africa editorship in January 2018. She is particularly excited about the future of female entrepreneurship and leadership on the African continent.
This here, where I stand today, is not just a stage. This here is not just a summit for us. This here, over the last decade, is where Olympic athletes have returned to talk about their historic victories. This here is where Grammy Award-winning artists have come off the global stage to share the hum of Afrobeats and the soundtrack of our generation. This here is where Miss Universe pageant winners have recounted moments of their crowning glory. This is where Nobel Peace Prize laureates have countered the world's shifting paradigms. This here is where billionaires in business have strategized corporate Africa's next moves. This here is where the continent is hailed in the female gender as Mother Africa. This here is where icons speak and iconic moments are born. This here is what marks 10 years of the Forbes Women Africa Leading Women Summit. A good morning to each one of you here today attending a milestone event that's a bookmark in history, immortalizing a day that will be referenced for years to come as Africa's biggest and most powerful annual Women's Summit. On this beautiful March morning in South Africa's capital and seat of power, Pretoria, I'm extremely pleased to welcome all of you distinguished guests and our sponsors. I would also like to welcome our visionary leader, Dr. Rakesh Wahi, the chairman and co-founder of the ABN Group. A big round of applause for him. He really is an inspirational leader. And his very talented and lovely wife, Saloni Wahi, Mr. Sid Wahi, the executive director of Forbes Africa, and Mrs. Roberta Naika, the managing director of the ABN Group. She's an absolute powerhouse of a leader herself. Roberta, can we please see you? If you can, that's Roberta, the force driving the summit. I would also like to welcome Mr. Sam Bembe, our non-executive director, and the entire ABN Group, including my dear colleagues Jill de Villiers and Davy Roypen, and the hard-working teams of Forbes Africa and CNBC Africa. Now, this summit was born in a small ballroom in Johannesburg in 2016 with an intimate group of inspiring women in attendance. And today, here we are, a heterogeneous continent together in a full ballroom as Team Africa, as one Africa, with one common thought, working towards one common goal. And that is to create a more equal and equitable continent, which brings us to our theme for today, to the power of 10, the rule breakers in Africa's next chapter. The power of 10 relates to the growth of the summit over the last 10 years, capturing the true power of the collective, and the theme also looks forward to the future, to the rule breakers creating their own rule books in Africa's next chapter of growth and glory. So from the blueprint to this ballroom, from the magazine's pages to this platform, we've come a long way, recording for posterity the often zigzag route to success that each one of us in this room today may have encountered. Surely, today we'll hear rich conversations and some of the greatest stories ever told. This room, packed with power, wonder, and awe, is testament that the summit itself has legions of valuable fans, all of its own, from all over the world. And as you have seen in the look back video, I got very emotional when I watched it, that we played a few moments ago. Among others, we've featured on our covers such luminaries as Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala, Aruna Ote, who's here with us today, Winnie Mandela, Wendy Luhabe, Charlize Theron, Lupita Nyong'o, Angelique Kidjo, and the list goes on. So as we build businesses and dreams, we know that bringing about change is always better when we do it together. And thus, we have a multi-generational approach for our summits. Our youngest on-stage participant through the course of today is only 12 years old. And what we are also proud about is identifying talent, featuring talent, and catching them young. I'm happy to say that one of our speakers and award winners from last year, is a young 22-year-old from Nigeria, is a Nobel Peace Prize nominee for 2025. So also here today are women who have been on some of the most influential lists in the world. There's Manjira Methil sitting there. Manjira Methil is a mother who, she's honoring 20 years of the Nobel Peace Prize for her mother. She's here. I'm going to have a conversation with her later today. We get a rare audience with each of these luminaries, and this makes it a responsible job for all of us as we continue to deliver award-winning, first-in-class journalism on all our platforms. I have an excellent team at Forbes Africa who I'm very, very proud of. And it's a responsibility of knowing that when you press the send button on that email, be it to announce someone as a speaker or to declare someone as an award winner, somebody's life is about to change forever in the next few seconds. So it's a responsibility I take very, very seriously. So what is it that keeps our story going? As we find in our gripping spotlight segment today, what is it that makes a woman push her limits and drive solo, all on her own, from London to Lagos, across 10,000 kilometers in 17 countries, encountering some of the harshest climatic conditions on Earth? She's also here sitting in the second row. What is it that makes a young poetess from Kenya feel reborn all over again like a one-year-old? You hear bird song when Manjira Methil speaks, for example. She's a noted environmentalist. And a mother's cries as she unlocks music as therapy to overcome the illness of a sick child. That's, of course, Marsha, who's also here. Today is a summation of battle scars and many, many emotions for all of us, going beyond art for art's sake and taking it to the realm of art for social change. I really believe that we are living the story, and we are the story. Today, we'll unravel a galaxy of stars, not just the rock stars of business, but also the rock stars of the music world. And their instinctive performances will be a celebration of all our collective achievements and our 10 years. You will hear the soundscapes of a continent as a whole, because as the saying goes, dance before the music is over, and live before your life is over. We bring together the creators and their creations and some lifelong connections. I'm very, very sure that the applause for the pantheon of illustrious speakers that we have today will last long after the summit. Here's to the next 10 years. Dear esteemed guests, presenting the 2025 10th Forbes Women Africa Leading Women Summit. Thank you.